Are you worried about over-analyzing things? Are you worried about missing out? Are you worried about making the wrong decision or chasing the wrong business model? Amazon, Shopify, affiliate, consulting. Well, if you are, you're not alone. And those thoughts are totally normal. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about failure as a way to actually succeed. Successful people fail more than most people. I fail all the time. The most successful people fail way more than the least successful people. And I'm going to explain how to deal with failure in 3 simple ways that may change how you perceive things. And I really think this is exciting. And number 2, especially, is one of the most important lessons that you will ever learn in your entire life, which ties into the bonus, which I will go over at the end. So check out this video. And as always, John Crestani here, internet entrepreneur, trying to help you change your life and work for yourself. Let's get it. I just failed again. Oh, this hurts so bad. I feel so horrible. Look, bro, first off, let me give you some advice, okay? You didn't fail. You just learned a way that doesn't work. You might be like, okay, what's up, wise guy? You're just telling me, oh, it's not failing. It's you know, you're finding, you know, new ways to succeed. You know, that's BS, right? That's the secret, you know, like positive thinking BS, right? Well, let me give you like kind of a new perspective on it, right? First off, come here. You gotta reframe failure first off. We're both logical people here. I'm not gonna give you that positive thinking BS, even though I kind of subscribe to it. But look at the best baseball players, right? Do they hit the ball most of the time? Think about it. No. They fail more than they succeed, right? Think about the best basketball players in the world, right? Do they make every shot they go for? No, they don't. And what about the best soccer players? Do they score a goal most time they take it down the field? Everybody, all the most successful people are failing way more than they're succeeding. But the reason they're successful, the reason Pele is Pele, the reason Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan, the reason Tiger Woods, Mark McGuire, and all these guys are big deal, it's because they're willing to fail way more than the average person. They got thick skin, baby. And they reframe failure as a positive. They reframe failure as simply part of the process. It is part of the process. You want to play ball? It's just part of the process. You want to play business? It's just part of the process. You're going to have winners and you're going to have losers. And I've had way more losers than I've had winners, even within my business, even though I make money every year. There are 9 things I do that don't make me money. So I was hiring marketing agencies this year because I was trying to start delegating some of the stuff I'm doing. I hired 20 marketing agencies. A lot of money. Good ones. I had criteria, 3 criteria. And I'm only working with 2 of them right now. I went through a lot of bad apples, but I found 2 marketing agencies that took a lot of work off my back and put me in a position where my business grows without me. Worth it. Number 2 is you need to sit with your feelings. Sit with your feelings. What does that mean? What do I mean sit with your feelings? Well, whenever you feel like you're failing, I mean, when we talk about things, when I talk to students about failure, usually they have a lot of emotions attached to things. They'll say everything from, oh, I'm a failure, I can't do anything right, to they'll say that, you know, oh, it's the business model, you know, affiliate marketing is too saturated or whatever. Or they'll blame me. They'll say, you're a bad teacher. You're teaching us old stuff. Now, whatever it is, there's a lot of emotions involved. And we all know what type of decisions do you make in emotional situations if your emotions are all flared up. You make awful decisions. You make god-awful decisions when you're emotional. It's the worst time to make big decisions. And especially if you have components of pride in your personality and your being. If you make a decision in an emotional state and you have pride, you're screwed. screwing yourself because you're making a decision while you're completely illogical, and then you're gonna stick with it and you're gonna screw yourself. This is the reason why some people have family relationships where they haven't spoken to somebody in their family for years. And if you haven't spoken to somebody in your family for years off of some maybe argument, then you got prideful and said, I'm not going to be the first one to re-engage contact. Let me know. Let me know who you haven't spoken with. Just say I haven't spoken with my brother or my sister or whoever in the comments. Because a bad argument can be seen as an area of failure, can it not? So sit with your feelings, and I'm going to get down to the real big solution to this in the bonus. This is really important, but if you sit with your feelings before making a decision, don't make a decision while you're feeling bad. Don't make a decision while you're feeling too good. Make a decision while you're just in a calm, even-keeled state. If you're feeling like you're failing in something, that's a horrible time. If you're feeling desperate, that's a horrible time to make decisions. Now, the most important thing here is number 3. Now, how to let failure lead to success is you simply stay in the game. Okay, if we're playing baseball here, right? And we strike out, right? We fail 3 times in a row. We don't hit the ball, don't hit the ball, don't hit the ball. If you failed 3 times, if you just said, screw this game, I'm going home, right? You would never win. You never have a chance of winning. You never have a chance of being a better baseball player because you just said, I'm quitting baseball. I didn't hit the ball 3 times. So you got to think of it like that. And if you stay in the game, you give yourself a chance for success. If you mentally stay in the game, you give yourself a chance to succeed. I tried affiliate marketing for a year. If I'd taken a year worth of failure and just given up and said, this isn't for me, I can't do this, I wouldn't be in the position I'm in. A year worth of failure. But I stayed in the game. I tried to figure out, what was I doing wrong? What was I doing right? How can I do it better? What are the other people doing? Who else is making money doing this? And then I tried it again the next year for an entire year. Didn't make any money. Striked out like 365 times, right? I'll tell you what, I stayed in the game for 3 years, for 4 years. I stayed in the game longer than everybody else. So stay in the game. And the bonus thing is noticing thoughts, okay? I notice thoughts like bubbles. Bubbles. I call thoughts bubbles. Now, most people, they think they can trust every thought they have. Okay, you can. Let me see if I can explain this. But this is called triune brain theory, okay? So if you actually think of the brain, this part is called your reptilian brain, okay? Let's just call this 1. You have your emotional brain. The reptilian brain was developed millions of years ago. It controls fight or flight reflexes, okay? Fight, flight, have sex, just like a reptile. Very simple things. Whereas number 2, what's called our cortex or something, it's our emotional brain. It's what controls feelings. It's what controls madness or sadness or jealousy, okay? Cats, other animals have the number 2 part of their brain. But the 3rd part of the brain is what's all up in here. And that's number 3. It's called your neocortex. And you can look at all this stuff up. It's called triune brain theory. And triune brain theory, in the neocortex is what controls logical processes. But what happens is under stress, we retreat. We retreat back to our emotional brain first, and then we retreat back to our reptilian brain. If you fail, for instance, then you're gonna retreat back to your emotional brain. If you really feel like you're failing, you're just gonna go in a hole and start, just not talk to anybody and be depressed, right? You'll just sit there, you'll just run away, whether that's emotionally or mentally or physically or whatever. That would be funny if somebody put up a link and didn't make money online and then they ran away from their computer. That's a funny thought. Regardless, what I like to do is I like to try to notice thoughts like bubbles. When I'm thinking something, when I'm feeling something, I try to notice, can I trust this thought? Is this thought a reaction? Is this a momentary thing? And I let my thoughts pass. This is a very, very good exercise. Start noticing what you're thinking and start noticing whether you can even trust that thought that comes up in your brain. I do this all the time. Now, the thoughts that are long-term, you generally can trust those. Whereas if a thought comes up for a week or 2 and then it goes away, right? You can't trust that. That might be coming from some reaction, emotion to something. Now, to make good decisions, you have to work off of your neocortex, which is what only humans have. So notice your thoughts. And if you're gonna play the game with me, type in "I'm going to notice" in the comments below if you're going to work on this with me, okay? Very powerful exercise. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell if you learned something from this. If you're looking to make money like I do, check out my playlists on free traffic sources for doing affiliate marketing, which is how I make my money online. And let me know in the chat below which one of these was the most helpful for you. Was it reframing failure as success? Was it sitting with your thoughts and just sometimes letting them happen and notice them bubbling up and letting them pass? Or was it just knowing to stay in the game, that the money comes to those who stay in the game? Let me know. Have a good day. See you in the next video.